Brought to you by
Samhain, or Samhain to some, also known as All Hallows Eve, also known as Halloween. Predating Christianity, the Celtic holiday was celebrated on the one night between autumn and winter, when the barrier between the living and the dead was thinnest, and often involved rituals that included human sacrifice. What a magical time of the year. Happy Halloween, friends, and welcome back to ETF. Today, to celebrate the true spirit of Halloween, I thought we should explore what could possibly be the most well-crafted celebration of the season of Samhain by trick-or-treating along the streets of the fictional town of Warren Valley, Ohio, in a celebration of frights called Trick or Treat. Bryan Singer takes a turn toward horror as the producer of what I would call one of the most well-thought-out anthology pieces ever conceived. Each tale was meticulously woven together and blended by director Mike Dougherty to create a single woven narrative that follows various characters throughout this one single Halloween night. 4 unique tales concerning a high school principal who moonlights as a vicious serial killer, a college-age virgin who's saving herself for that special someone, a woman whose hatred of Halloween is only exceeded by her husband's love of the mischievous holiday, and a callous group of teens who carry out an unforgivably cruel prank. Featuring a collected mix of familiar and fresh faces, such as Brian Cox, Anna Paquin, Dylan Baker, and Leslie Bibb, we are drenched into a Creepshow-style treat bag of thrills and chills that can only occur on the darkest day of the year. The entirety of the film mimics the way proper anthology films like George Romero's Creepshow or Tales from the Dark Side would present us with this slightly comic book style to the narrative structure, even beginning with a similar graphic novel panel structure during its opening credits. Every frame of it drips with the spooky tones and textures of what we would all come to know as the Halloween aesthetic. Mike Dougherty did an incredible job with providing enough variety to the piece as well, giving us short stories that mimic creature features, slasher films, killer kid flicks, and even more classic vampire tales. His overarching narrative weaves in as many Halloween tropes, attractions, and details as possible, while attempting to create a few of its own. And he was not afraid to be whimsical with his storytelling, letting the film blend elements of playful comedy into its tapestry of terror. The performances throughout this film are fantastic, to say the least. The breakout for me was Dylan Baker, whose unhinged high school principal persona brought a delightfully eerie grin to my face each time he stepped onto the screen. His character's Weasley demeanor and comical timing when interacting with his loudmouthed son both unsettles you and makes you stifle laughter. While Anna Paquin does a great job too, some of her performance could seem a bit wooden. I thought so at first as well. Watching it now, it feels warranted given the knowledge of what is revealed about her. Her cold and slightly strange presence makes sense. And Brian Cox, well, he's as awesome as Brian Cox always is. Possibly one of the things I enjoy most about this experience is the obviously strong message that it exudes. By forcing its skeptical characters who have either lost the love of the season or experienced something that swayed their view of it to face the forces that birthed it to begin with. It does this mainly through the creative invention of a character called Sam, a half-pint little creature in a dingy Halloween costume, who weaves together these stories as a watchful presence. His look and demeanor delivers the pure essence of an old-school Halloween costume, while his name itself embodies the very pagan legend that the season has hailed from. He quickly becomes an iconic addition to the horror genre, To me, this film is living proof that the anthology film format can still not only be relevant, but hold a special place in the film landscape. They can be well crafted and used to capture the magic that once existed in something that we now either all take for granted or no longer care for. It's a true celebration of the spirit of my favorite time of year, and literally brings it to life in the form of this new horror icon. I'm giving Trick or Treat an A+. For me, this is possibly one of the best representations of the Halloween season, utilizing the imagery of the holiday to both create an effective atmosphere of eerie dread and pay homage to a beloved season that many of us still hold dear. It showcases a clear love for the season and its origins, while steeping viewers into a cinematic quality that you wouldn't normally find in an anthology film, where everything feels perfectly designed and all too fantastical. If you love Halloween as much as we do here on ETF, then this is a film that you must check out. It is sure to become one that you hold near and dearest to your heart, and share with new generations of horror fans. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you'd like to show your support for the channel, please consider checking us out on Patreon, where every pledge, no matter how small, goes right back into the channel, to help keep fresh content coming your way. As always, don't forget to subscribe, stay spooky, and I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching.